The MCU's greatest hits and misses. Welcome to Lordious, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, a sprawling tapestry of interconnected stories, iconic characters, and groundbreaking action sequences that have captivated audiences worldwide. It's a universe filled with incredible highs movies that have become modern classics. But also, let's be honest, a few stumbles along the way. Today, we're diving headfirst into the MCU to separate the cinematic triumphs from the super-powered misfires. Buckle up, true believers, because we're about to rank the MCU's best and worst movies. Welcome to Lordious. The Marvel Cinematic Universe has given us some of the greatest superhero movies of all time, but not every film has been a smash hit. Alright, before we jump into the rankings, let's talk about what makes a Marvel movie truly great. First and foremost, it's the characters. We're talking about flawed, relatable characters with emotional depth and compelling arcs. Tony Stark's journey from self-absorbed billionaire to selfless hero, Steve Rogers' unwavering moral compass in a world consumed by cynicism. And then there's the action. Marvel movies consistently deliver some of the most visually stunning and creatively choreographed action sequences in blockbuster cinema. The best Marvel movies weave together humor, heart, and genuinely compelling stories. They understand that even in a world of superheroes and villains, it's the human element that truly connects with audiences. Alright, let's get down to brass tacks. It's time to talk about the MCU's crowning achievements. And for me, it doesn't get much better than Avengers Endgame. This movie was the culmination of over a decade of storytelling, a cinematic event that left audiences both breathless and emotionally drained in the best way possible. Black Panther was a cultural phenomenon, a superhero movie that transcended the genre to deliver a powerful and timely message about representation, responsibility, and what it truly means to be a hero. Guardians of the Galaxy, a film that had no right being as good as it was, injected the MCU with a much-needed dose of irreverent humor and cosmic weirdness. Captain America: The Winter Soldier took the superhero genre in a bold new direction, injecting elements of political thrillers and espionage into the mix. These movies represent the pinnacle of what the MCU can achieve. They're not just great superhero movies, they're great films, period. Okay, time to address the elephant in the room. Not every MCU film can be a masterpiece. In fact, some of them have fallen pretty flat. Thor: The Dark World is often considered the weakest link in the MCU chain. The villain was bland, the plot was convoluted, and even Chris Hemsworth's undeniable charm couldn't save this one from mediocrity. And then, there's Eternals. A movie with so much potential, an ambitious cosmic epic that aimed to expand the MCU in bold new ways. But somewhere along the way, it just lost its footing. The pacing was uneven, the characters were underdeveloped, and the overall story felt disjointed and emotionally distant. But here's the thing about the MCU. Even its lesser entries have their redeeming qualities. Now here's where things get really interesting. The MCU has had its fair share of movies that have divided fans and critics alike. Iron Man 3 is a prime example. Many fans loved the film's focus on Tony Stark's PTSD and the unexpected twist with the Mandarin. Critics, however, were less impressed, finding the film's tone inconsistent and the overall plot a bit too convoluted. Captain Marvel sparked endless debates within the fandom. Some praised the film for its strong female lead and its message of empowerment, while others criticized its perceived lack of humor and its place within the larger MCU timeline. These divisive entries highlight the subjective nature of film criticism. So, there you have it. A roller coaster ride through the highs and lows of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. From the iconic moments that gave us chills to the missteps that left us scratching our heads, the MCU has been a wild and unforgettable journey. Because at the end of the day, whether we're debating the merits of Iron Man 3 or marveling, pun intended, at the epic scope of Endgame, it's clear that the MCU has left an undeniable mark on pop culture. Now it's your turn to weigh in. What's your favorite MCU movie? And which one do you think deserves a second chance? Drop your picks in the comments below and don't forget to subscribe to Lordious for more Marvel content.